Here we are. Just another casual Friday.
Casual Friday. I'm sorry, I tried to do my FM stereo.
Yeah, no. Look, if you guys are out there and you're looking for a cool place to hang out and do fun stuff, I would choose, if I were you, the Black Pants Legion Auxiliary. It's cozy internet, and you can find it. You can find it anywhere. But this is
we're all there.
Yeah, we're all there. And this is the Casual Friday stream, where we just kind of hang out and do nothing, and we play until we're bored or have other shit to do, and then we leave. And it's great. We're not going to sit here for 6 hours and tell you to buy stuff. We're going to do our thing and move on.
We're also not going to sit here for 6 hours looking at autistic maps.
Yeah.
Because we all like to
change color.
Hey. I do that on Sunday morning. It's called Hearts of Iron. Thank you very much.
Well, you keep that away from the public, which is a service.
No, it's okay. We all need the thing that we zone out to, but I don't really like that as stream video stuff, you know? It's like, you gotta have a personal something to watch, you know?
Oh, it says Casual Friday is copyright from WVPL 76. One sec, watch this. I'm going to change the title. You ready?
Okay. Just gonna go ahead. Pop this up for you. Got your keyboard.
There, Diggs, it's got a trademark.
He will hear from Diggs' lawyer.
It's a trademark now. Casual Friday trademark. By the way, if you ever want to add a trademark to something, and I hate that I know this from writing so much, hit Alt 0153 on your keyboard, and you can do a trademark. It's fun. All the little signs are there. Anyways,
on Discord, if you just hit :TM:, you can put trademark on anything. That's the quick for Discord. I do that a lot.
Yeah.
It's loading. Give it a second.
Oh yeah, we gotta give it a sec to load, guys.
Oh, we gotta hit G. G for goat. There we go.
There we go.
Oh look, ASCII. We're playing Door Fortress. No,
but yeah, Alt 0153 trademark. So, what's funny is if you guys start talking about video games or whatever, you can just keep doing trademarks and adding trademarks to various words. It's fun. Fun. Trademark.
Yeah, fun trademark. We gotta have memes. It's fun to have them. Some that you have in your own pocket.
Oh man, look, we got Dixie Flatline. Excellent. Neuromancer.
Space.
The final frontier. This is me, Scrumbles. I drive spaceship. I don't like that way. Scrumbles, Scorpion. Go fast. Faster. More speed. Go. Scrumbles is star of the show.
A star of the show.
Punch guys and Scorpion sometime. Ship is fast. And song is done. Play ball.
What are you guys doing in my recording studio?
Shit, run, Scrumbles, run.
Lawyer.
Wait for it.
Demon World.
Oh man.
They don't have a main menu for the game, so you just have to hit K.
Captain Pat.
The Republic.
Oh God. Go Roland.
Now, I have went ahead and lowered all of the game's sound
Look at them.
effect
They're on their
volumes.
phones.
They're
on their phones.
Wow, it's too modern. They predicted it. People just on their phones, like, wait, let's look.
Yeah, and I need a doom scroll. Yeah.
See, he's.
Oh, no new messages. Okay, fine.
No, Kirk's checking. See if that lady texted him back.
She's not texting you back, Kirk.
She's in the phone under Green Gal.
Oh my God.
Power boosters.
I can't get over his power booster excitement. This fucking ensign, this lieutenant, wants to just blow shit up.
Demon World. Dude, that guy's too positive. You know what I mean?
They have to be.
He's way too positive.
When Kirk was in his red shirt phase, he had to do everything he could to not die.
I just think it's funny that someone revealed, like, yeah, you guys soft lock this by letting Mud do stuff. You have to wait until, like, our kindness of trying to make sure that someone doesn't die got in the way of the game.
Yeah.
That is
Do you still have quantum superposition mud?
Yeah, and he's supposed to be knocked out.
What? You could have. How the fuck were we supposed to know you could go here?
That's what I said right before you left, Goat, or right after you left. I was like, what the fuck?
like, yeah. How are
Oh,
we
notice the sound just automatically stops so we're not sitting here the whole time. Wow.
Yeah, it's not constantly running, so
This life support generator is an unreliable model at the best of times. Tinkering with it is a gamble with your life.
Sorry, what were you saying before Bones interrupted you rudely?
Well, I was just kind of astounded because he actually is doing his lines well right there, you know.
This Save-A-Ship life support generator has seen a great deal of use. It was never a reliable model, being prone to break down without warning. It is, however, properly connected, with warning alarms for temperature, atmosphere, and radiation.
Okay.
Good times. And then, of course, he sealed
This room appears to have been...
he sealed his little door there that he cut in. I just love how he's like, oh, I have to leave.
There was no door port here. He just cut a whole circle into the side of this thing because he
Why-
couldn't figure out how to teleport.
Why is he so mad? Why is he like? Why would you be mad that he cut his? Like that's how I get through shit in Space Station 13.
I'm not mad. I'm just saying, don't call it an airlock. 'Cause
For a time, I called the jaws of life when you steal it from either the engineer or medical, depending on the server. I used to call that the Cargonian passport. I was like, well, let me get my credentials out and
knowing
just
the
open.
right people can open many doors, as well as the jaws of life.
The jaws of life is what you need, because like the security guy at the desk is just going to hear hydraulics in the background and be like, "What is that?"
Why is there a label that just says skeleton key on this?
Yeah, well, that or the other thing is you got to set up a sec trap.
Oh yeah, of course.
My favorite is you get a Cargonian to steal some minor stuff in front of security, right? And then security drags him in and starts beating him up. And then they go through his bag to see what he stole. You just fill your backpack with armed mouse traps. So every time they reach in, they break their finger.
Oh, even better. Even better. We get capacitors, and we just charge them up and leave them in his bag. Get high ones, too. The ones that, would probably send you into shock. We'll just leave those in the bottom of the bag. You touch those to your terminals, you'll feel it.
Well, the thing...
No touchy.
Well, the thing that was great with just cargo shenanigans, like one of the greatest ones we ever did was the box scam, where we would mail ourselves into a room, bust out of the box, take all the equipment out of the box, wrap everything in the room, and then ship it back to cargo, and then mail yourself back. And they'd be like, "What the fuck?" Because you could steal everything and not leave a print.
I'm actually going to ask you, Goat, could you pull up hints for what to do in the game?
Yeah, sure.
Unlike humans, I do not decrease my efficiency with meaningless dialogue.
Wow, Spock just called us all out.
Wow.
Spock, meaningless conversation is one of life's great pleasures.
When we get back to the Enterprise, you're going to have to tell me everything you know about this mud guy. That's...
You know, Lieutenant, they say if you can't say anything good about a person, you shouldn't say anything at all. In that case, I've got a lot I shouldn't say about Harry Mudd.
Harry Mudd.
Harry Mudd, I do declare.
I said, boy.
I was a doctor from what they call a simpler time. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
All right. Okay, so... Okay, look at the life support system. Use Spock's tricorder on it.
A Save-A-Ship emergency life support
we did
generator,
that.
generally used for temporary life support during evacuation of small damaged ships.
Okay.
Evidently, Mr. Mudd was unwilling to pay the price for a reliable salvage model.
Okay, now, do we have the boom boom? Yes, we do. Okay. It says return to the cargo bay, then to the doors in the back, heading to the weapons bay.
Yeah, we got stuck on this last stream.
It is very easy to soft lock some of these old games, and it's just like goodbye, you lose.
We spent like a whole hour trying to solve this.
we examined the console already, so we did that. So go to the sick bay. Use McCoy's tricorder on the capsules.
All right.
I gotta wait for them to stop walking. They all have to walk over to Mud to make sure he didn't fucking get up.
It would be interesting to analyze them back aboard the Enterprise, but these are probably vaccines, medicines, and research viruses.
Do they pose any threat to us, Doctor?
None seems likely to have any effect on human or Vulcan
Are
physiology.
you sure?
To be on the safe side, though, I wouldn't recommend taking a snootful from one of the capsules.
Okay.
It has no effect. Stands in front of comatose person.
Okay, go to the bridge.
I'm gonna take one of those actually.
We won't be able to operate. We won't be able to operate any of this equipment.
Oh wait, we still haven't learned about the aliens.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to go to the bridge. So we got the repair tool, right? So
Yep.
just have Spock go to sit on the bridge and he'll learn their gobbledygook.
I'll learn their magic language of, what was it, base 6?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is clearly the control center for the ship, Captain. I cannot deduce...
Go on, Mr. Spock.
This station definitely is configured differently from the one beside me.
This shouldn't be surprising. After all, there are 2 stations.
That may be, Doctor. But if you'll recall, all the Enterprise's different stations link into the same computer network bank. And
What else can you determine at this stage, Mr. Spock?
these people have a fixation for the number 6, and even divisors and multiplicans thereof. 3s and 12s in particular. I believe this may be the necessary first clue to understanding the aliens.
Okay, use the science tricorder on the system. And then use Spock on it.
Evidently the aliens bridge their centralized control. A closer look may provide more information.
Okay.
This station
Yeah,
definitely is...
skip through it. Oh, I think he's figuring it out.
This station
No,
No.
This station definitely...
Okay.
we don't have the information on the aliens.
Okay, head out through the bottom left door.
Because we had to
Use the
reload way
science-
back.
Yeah, use the science tricorder on the yellow sphere elevated on the floor. Science, not medical.
Sorry.
You've watched enough Star Trek to know the difference, Goat. I'm
Yeah.
proud.
This platform contains the control console for the ship's...
Okay, now use Spock on the sphere, I guess.
This seems to activate the ship's computer bank control node. Given the aliens' predilection for multiples of 3, it may be possible to use our tricorders to decipher the information carried in these data banks.
That would be quite a find, Jim. This is an alien race unknown to us, and they are certain to have knowledge new to us.
Were the universal translator available, this would be simple.
With the Enterprise out of range, that's not an option, Mr. Spock. What else can you do?
I believe if Dr. McCoy and I conjoin our 2 tricorders, we may be able to process enough sample data to get a basic understanding of the aliens' computer system. This will completely tie up both our tricorders for an extended amount of time, however.
Okay, use the data, the shape, the yellow boy, on the big yellow boy. We're gonna have our balls
Nothing
touch.
happens. You can't seem to make
What?
this work. You can't seem to make this.
Maybe
You
the
can't
top
seem
one.
to make this.
No.
Nothing happens.
What you need, I think, is to do the
Nothing
tricorder thing
happens.
first.
Yeah.
So,
Both our tricorders are now working on basic processing of the aliens' computer data system. The tricorders are not the equal of the universal translator, but we should be able to retrieve basic information and get an insight into their culture and life systems. I don't believe we could have gotten even this far had we not deduced their fixation on base 6 mathematics and aesthetics.
Okay. Try using the...
The tricorders are again available for general use.
Talk
The
about
alien ship's
extended.
computer data is now accessible from the ship's library.
hell yeah.
I believe I have downloaded enough information to our tricorders to enable operation of most of the ship's controls, Captain.
Okay. Try using the ball on the ball.
You
There
download
you go.
major portions of the alien library onto the yellow
So now
spheroid.
when mud breaks it, inevitably it's not so much of a big deal.
Oh.
Okay, go back to the sick bay. Stage right.
Yeah. Well, Let's save the game.
Yes.
Because I hate doing this.
Save new game.
For anybody thinking that I'm just skipping past stuff, we literally did this for like an hour last time.
And then we hard locked ourselves.
Replace.
It was pretty lousy. Nothing happens.
Nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
Kirk, go. Thank you.
I think it'd be funny to do Foley for this game.
Foley?
The sound effects.
Boom! Wow!
No, just make sound effects. So every time he's like walking around, we just have like shoes on our hands.
Yeah.
And we're just like smash.
Clomp, clomp.
I would
clomp.
make it really heavy. Like,
So when they're all walking,
yeah.
All right. Use McCoy on mud.
Okay, so we got this far last time.
Phaser on Mud's face.
If only.
There's nothing there.
Just not the medical tricorder. McCoy. Stupid, I know.
The volatile chemicals have evaporated over the time the derelict hung in space. I need to refill the capsule dispenser for the bed to activate and effect a cure on our friend Harry here.
Yeah, he's struggling. All right, so now use the medical tricorder on the multicolored capsules and get a capsule.
Thanks for walking all the way there and back.
All right, now
McCoy.
use that capsule on
by
the
the hour.
console.
It would be interesting
Yeah.
to analyze.
Do they pose any
None seem.
Use the capsule we picked up, the green shit, on the console. The bottom part, yeah.
The capsules slide into the machinery on the bed exactly as they're designed to.
All right.
I'm telling the program, our physiology is not the same as the aliens' physiology. Don't want it to try to cure us of being human.
That would be too much to hope for, would it not, Doctor?
Particularly when we're talking about Harry Mudd.
All right, now use McCoy on mud.
What if Harry Mudd just burst into flames and screamed?
Fuck yeah.
Cook! Ah, oh, my back!
I'm full of lava.
Oh, I had to wait for the animation.
Okay, Harry, you should start to feel better in a few minutes. Just lie there quietly until you feel like moving.
Oh, give me something for this headache, Doc. A herd of Amari tree elephants landed behind my eyeballs and did a mating dance.
All right, go back to the bridge.
I'm gonna give him some medicine.
He doesn't need it.
Well, then fuck him.
Yeah.
I wonder what's in the little medical bag he's got.
Morphine, 1
Yeah.
pound to go.
It's probably just
Use
like,
Kirk on the left.
No, dude, I have a better idea.
Oh no.
I'm gonna take one of these with me. Because, you know, if we're leaving this ship behind, I want to make sure we have a sample. Oh, you know, we should have grabbed those samples while we were there. That way we can examine it and find out that it's just like fucking alien Agent Orange or whatever.
It's Alien Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, use
Feel
Kirk.
the surge, dies.
Use Kirk. We did this before. Use Kirk on the left chair.
Thanks to the library computer data, limited though it is, these primary controls give me access to
Communications. View screen.
Yeah. So
We didn't
Communications.
see this last time.
yeah. So
View
do,
screen.
done.
Yeah. Check all of them.
I know. I'm gonna do. Let's see. Let's try.
Communications.
Yeah.
The Enterprise is out of range for this equipment, under the conditions of static created by the neutron star.
Communications. View screen. I guess the universe looks about like it did the last time we saw it. Communications. View screen.
Done.
Yep.
Okay, now Spock.
He's like, yep, them stars.
This is the secondary station. With the limited understanding we now have of the library computer data, these controls can now be activated. Available are sensors.
Yep.
The Enterprise is in combat with a number of Elassie pirate ships half a parsec toward the neutron star sector. I read debris identifiable with the pirates, but they continue to harass the Enterprise.
Scotty's just like blow them all up.
Sensors.
No mercy.
Navigation.
Yeah. Why not?
The computer reports this ship is incapable of navigating anywhere at all without major repairs. We are definitely dead in space until the Enterprise returns, Captain. Sensors. Engineering. The engine pods are damaged, but still generating power, Captain. Sensors. Engine done.
All right. Now let's save.
Yeah.
Save new game. Replace.
Okay.
Right, now let's go to the library.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is where we fucked up last time.
Why, Captain, I see you got this machine to work. I tried to get it up and running for the longest time.
Help yourself, Harry.
Yeah,
Knowledge is for
answer that.
everyone.
Yeah.
Because last time we
Why,
threatened him. and
Kirk,
then
I
he
didn't think
broke
you
it.
had it in you. Thank you.
Okay. So let's go back to the life support system. All the way at the front.
Yeah, you can have that information. We downloaded it already.
Yep.
He's like, oh no.
Yeah, quantum superposition mod.
He's like, WikiLeaks will want this.
He does sound like a red fit guy.
I'm going to post this on Spacebook.
Captain, you wouldn't have seen my multi-purpose duver anywhere. I need to, fix something.
No, Harry, but I figure it's probably where you'll find your lost marbles.
Let's see the other one.
Yes, I've got it, but you can't have it.
Any others?
No, Harry,
Yeah,
but I
no,
figure
the
it's
second- the
probably
second
where you'll
one.
find your lost... Yes, I've got it, but
Yeah.
you can't have it.
Yeah.
You really can be a headache, Captain. Maybe I can find a spare somewhere else. Goodbye.
All right. Let's fix that life support machine.
You got it. I gotta wait for the animation to finish.
Yeah, because now it's going to fail. Also, Slying Dover is...
That was a close one.
Australia.
Too close. If I ever get my hands on that no-good mud, I'll...
I would not suggest we take the time to seek him. This emergency could occur again. I would suggest we hasten our departure.
All right. Let's go to the weapons. Oh.
Oh, was there a problem?
Mud, I ought...
Sorry, no time to chat. I'm a busy man, you know.
That fucker.
All right. You know what? Let's secure the weapons bay.
Just toss in a photon grenade, like right before that closes. And they're like, what happened? You're like, oh man, accident.
The red shirt just yells out, he's got a gun!
Mud is both here
All right.
and not here.
Use Spock to press the pink button. I don't know how the fuck we're supposed to figure this out.
Trial and error. That's how
Yeah.
that shit was. Because we were playing with him earlier, like the buttons.
Okay, I can only press the blue button right now. Okay.
The device has finished loading, Captain.
All right, try getting him to press a red button now.
I believe, Captain, that this weapon must be hooked up through the main weapons battery. However, I've already examined the weapons console, and the main weapons battery on this ship was completely destroyed in the action, which made her a derelict. Mr. Scott would have to go over this thoroughly, but I would recommend we try to take this weapon with us to the Enterprise.
I don't think we should tinker with technology we don't understand. I agree that we should take it
Yes.
aboard the Enterprise. I'll try to raise the ship. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
I don't see how this is functionally different from option 3, but their score is better. All right. Now let's go to the library again.
Okay. Library it is.
And that's awesome to hear. Yeah, we got a lot of people signing up for the space station
Science
NPCs
tricorder on
thing.
the sphere.
It's quite cool.
Science, not medical.
I'm sorry, my brain keeps going to that.
There's nothing there requiring a
This
ship's
platform
doctor.
contains the control console for the ship's computer library. Data may be accessed by using this console.
All right, you sure you got the sphere, not the platform?
No. Clicking on the sphere.
This platform
Let's go
contains
back to the bridge.
Good Lord. Who could have figured
This
this
platform
out
contain-
organically?
Yeah, I know.
This is back when games, you would have a game that would be your game for the year. And it would take you a year.
Now
to
we're gonna
beat it.
talk to the Enterprise. So let's go to the communications chair.
Thanks to the library
Communications. Scotty, report.
The Alassi pirates have been driven off, Captain. We have damage and injuries among the crew. We just arrived back here a few minutes ago, and we've been trying to raise you on the communicators.
The local star seems to be acting up. Will there be a problem with the transporter? I want you to beam up the landing party, and I also want you to lock onto and beam aboard an alien mechanism we came across.
We can do it, Captain, no problem. At least right now, but the situation is only going to get worse. Are you ready to beam over now?
No, we want to look around some more. We'll call you on this channel when we're ready. Yes, bring us home, Mr. Scott. No, I need to have a word with Harry Mudd before we go.
Yes. Oh.
Captain Kirk, I was hoping to see you. I'm leaving soon and wanted to say thanks for the escort. Ta-ta! And I hope we never have to cross paths again, Captain.
Don't rush off, Harry. There's still a few things we need to discuss.
Yeah.
You destroyed the only known records of a lost race.
Except
that's
you
a
didn't.
punishable offense. Tell me why I shouldn't arrest you on the spot just on general principles.
Because I'm going to turn over a selection of samples to the Corniforous Life Sciences University.
For free?
Of course. One of everything I've found here.
5 of each.
Captain! 2.
5. Remember, I could confiscate your entire stock as illegal goods. You might get it back through the courts in a few years.
You drive a hard bargain, Captain. It's a deal.
Hell yeah.
You have no idea what a great bargain it is, Mudd.
I understand. No problem. And you, Captain?
Bring us home, Mr. Scott.
And Mudd died.
If only.
Oh, hey, Lieutenant Kyle, what's up? Just watching Channel
We
Green.
have read your report on the problems at Harapan and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points.
Hot damn.
Wow.
Diggity damn.
Okay.
We did it.
The power of reading the walkthrough. Well, no, we got through like the first half on.
We did all the things you have to do, but we did not do them in the correct order.
Yeah,
And
that was
part of
that was some bullshit.
That is some because I can remember some parts of some of these episodes because this game came out 33 years ago. I played this game when it was new that summer, and then I've touched it a few times since, barely. So I am now going through my memory trying to remember, and I remember some things clearly. Like the first episode we did of this Demon World,
Yeah.
I was just like that, and I remembered everything. Now we're getting to the part where the game will slip you up, fuck you up, and we're having the fun of it of trying to be like, what do we remember? But also just poking stuff.
Yeah.
And it's it's a trial.
The
many
good boy
times.
points are for tendies.
Yes, they are.
I'm blown away that we got 100%. She has no idea what we were doing down there.
She
A
doesn't know.
perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
Aw.
Oh, thank
All right.
you, Grandma.
Anyway, here's your next mission.
I wired in that alien contraption to the torpedo
Oh,
systems.
no.
It should boost the ship's firepower, Captain.
Ooh.
Power boosters.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. I only wish you could wire
Power
Harry Mudd
boosters.
to a photon torpedo.
Oh my God, Mike.
Power boosters.
No.
Power
I'm gonna
boosters.
power boost a foot up your ass.
Power booster.
While you were away, Captain, I made some travel arrangements that I thought you would approve of.
Travel arrangements?
I think you'll be happy to know that I've arranged for Stella Mudd to meet her long-lost husband on Starbase 7, sir.
Wow. That's
Uhura sounds like she just smoked like a whole pack of cigarettes.
At once, yeah.
Approved, Lieutenant. Take us out of here, Mr. Sulu.
Aye, Captain.
Dun 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 dun. Demon World.
Feathered serpent.
Hey, that was a good take.
Yeah.
Captain's log, stardate 5097.3. Starfleet reports major military activity in the Klingon sector near Rakur, a planet on the edge of Klingon space. Intelligence indicates that the Klingons are mobilizing a large fleet to search for a renegade who is responsible for a disruption of unknown nature on that planet. Federation sensors have found a faint energy trail leading to the planet Zam 4 in the Digifal system. We've been ordered by Starfleet to track down the source of the energy and discovered what happened on Frakur before the Klingon fleet enters Federation space. If we are not successful, the Federation and the Klingon Empire may find themselves at war once again.
All right, so question, Mr. Tex and Goat.
Yeah.
Zamfor and, what was it, Harakor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure you guys got
Yeah,
the...
I've got it.
I've got the map open right
All right.
now.
Okay,
Let's talk to the computer.
Yeah, we got to get some data now.
Frakur 4, a world in Klingon space, which has belonged to the Empire for at least 4 generations, governed by the Kenka family.
Kenka.
The population of Frakur is not known.
Topic not available.
you put too many Ks.
Kenka, Vlicht, a member of the Kenka family, an old Klingonese family
Klingonese?
of noble origins, the governing family of Frakur. Vlicht is the first Kenka to reach flag rank, and as such, has been posted back away from the frontier. Vlicht has 2 sons in the service, but nothing is known of his wife or other children. He is believed to be the current commander of the Klurta, and one of the most respected commanders in the Klingon fleet. He is said to be an avid fencer.
All right, Sulu, you're up. Let's do this. Stabbing some Klingons.
Hell yeah.
Klingons. A humanoid life form that has used genetic manipulation to stratify their population. Their homeworld is Kling. Klingons' culture is based on the principle of survival of the fittest, either through guile or physical force. Principles of honor are used to prevent the culture from killing itself completely. But these principles are extended outside their species only to non-Klingons who have proved themselves in battle. Negotiations over planets in the disputed area have been slowly advancing, hindered by recent Klingon technological exchanges with the Romulans. The Klingon Empire itself is economically backward and poorly organized, but their military force is extremely formidable.
Topic not available, Captain.
Digifal.
Digifal, a system near the Klingon neutral zone. Digifal contains 2 habitable planets, Digifal 3 and Digifal 4. Digifal 3, also known as Zem4, contains ruins of a civilization that abandoned the planet approximately 20,000 years ago and has been declared a protected world for archaeological reasons.
Anything else?
Let's talk to Chekhov.
What?
You're gonna have to hit tab so I can click once. Yep, thank you. What am I gonna ask him?
Oh, I thought we could talk to him. Okay.
Yeah, don't look up the guide for the rest of the
Okay,
game.
Fine.
Yeah, we just needed it for that one mission.
All right, let's save.
Absolutely. And then we
Save new game.
I am not a merry man.
Yeah.
All right, hit tab, Goat.
Yeah, because we're not going to be merry men dealing with this bullshit.
Do me a favor and hit number 1 so I can go to all stop. Thank you.
All stop.
Thank you. All right, let's pull up that navigation. Mr.
Okay.
Tex, Captain, where should
So
we go?
well, that's the question. Is like, are we going to that Haraka system? Parkour?
If that's on the list, I'm assuming they wouldn't give you a name.
Yeah, it's okay.
No,
Open
we're
the-
going to Digifal. We're going to the one that's not a Klingon possession yet.
Okay, stand by. We're going to go to Digifal, which is number 7 on the map. So we're going to go up and to the right. Nope. Left. Down. That one.
This one here?
That's what it says.
Of course,
It could be wrong. Which is going to be bad.
Captain, a Klingon battle cruiser has entered the system.
What should we do?
Shields up.
Open hailing frequencies.
Shields up.
This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Klingon battlecruiser, you are in Federation space. You must leave immediately.
I am Commander Taraz of the Nizra. We are in pursuit of a genocidal criminal. We are performing an act of mercy in removing him from your space. Naturally, you will remove your vessel from this system. For your own safety, of course.
Wow.
He's really thoughtful for a Klingon.
I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz, which is more than I can say for you, if the Nizra does not leave Federation space at once. You are in direct violation of the Organian Treaty, mister. If you have a problem, have your fleet commander take it up with them. If a Federation criminal were to pass into Klingon space, you would be saying the same thing to me. Who do you think you're trying to fool, Taraz? Get your ship out of here now. I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz, which is more than I can say for you. You are in direct violation of the Organian Treaty.
If we are not allowed to capture this criminal captain, you may do this for us. We insist that we remain here to monitor the situation, but we will take no action, provided that you can bring him to us in 12 hours.
All right.
Agreed. Vessels of war are not allowed in Federation space. You will pull back to the Organian neutral zone and do so immediately.
I don't think he's going to accept that.
No, let's just do one. Why not?
Agreed.
Oh, can you put us into orbit, Mr. Sulu?
O for orbit?
Yeah.
Roger.
Entering standard orbit.
Standard orbit.
All right.
Looks like geosynchronous orbit.
Hit tab. Let's see if we can get Mr. Spock to give us a talk.
I have pinpointed the source of the energy trail from Rakur.
Okay.
Cool.
Assemble a landing party. Unless we find this so-called criminal, we're going to war.
How would you know that? Oh, wait, he's going to make it happen. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
I got a cover for it. Oh, boy. Are you of the body?
Is that Elvis?
Hey, baby, welcome to my planet. I'll tell you what.
Greetings, my children.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
I can barely imagine that you have come so far.
What's a coddle?
Yeah,
I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise.
Mexico
Did you know the Klingons are looking for you? I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. What did you do to get the Klingons so upset? We're not your children, and we don't appreciate this wild goose chase you forced us into. I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Did you know the Klingons are looking for you?
I just imagine it as Elvis, like, hey, man, welcome to my planet. You might want to take this citronella candle. There are mosquitoes everywhere.
Here's a peanut butter banana sandwich.
I got you some peanut brittle and some rum. Here you go. Yeah. And he, like, karate chops that tree down.
Yeah. And he pulls out a 45 and shoots it 10 times.
Okay, so which option should I pick?
One.
Okay, got it.
The Klingons? Amazing. This is the first time one of my missions has produced results so swiftly.
What a nice guy.
Listen, mister. Any missions conducted within Klingon space fully jeopardize the peace. Damn right the results were swift. The Klingons have been raiding colonies looking for you. Listen, mister. Any missions conducted... Damn right the results were swift. The Klingons have been raiding colonies...
No, you must be lying. They could not be raiding if they are looking for me. Violence was not the message of any of my missions. I, Quetzalcoatl, preach universal brotherhood and peace.
Quetzalcoatl? How fitting you would name yourself after one of the most bloody-handed gods in Earth's history.
Bloody-handed? My people love peace.
Your followers regularly sacrificed other believers to you after you left, offering you their still-beating hearts.
How do we know that?
Ha! You mean your followers loved pieces? They slaughtered other believers hoping you'd return.
Ha.
Ha.
Your followers Your followers regularly sacrificed other believers.
Impossible. You must be lying.
And then your followers were destroyed because when white men arrived on that continent, they were believed to be you in your promised return. Your people perverted your teachings, then were destroyed by it.
Foul, lying creatures! My gift was wasted upon you! Be gone!
What?
Dun, dun, dun,
Wow.
dun. It's Apollo, man.
Oh, no!
Oh, my God!
Clearly are not the inheritors of the noble Aztec world. What you have said has greatly disturbed me. You should not lie so. You shall remain here until you have learned the error of angering Quetzalcoatl.
Wow. That's amazing.
What do you know about snake? Let's see what the science recorder knows about snakes. No, just scan it.
It is logical that an entity that professes to teach peace would render our faith.
I just saw this snake and was like stunned. Immediately stunned. Do not...
Just examine.
Yeah, just science it.
I'm picking up residual energy readings from the area where the alien's projection was.
What about the snake?
It looks like a Zamphorian pit snake, a rather common species in this region, noted by galactic herpetologists for their quickness. It is not venomous or dangerous to humans.
Okay.
Let's scan it with.
Too bad you can't just make the red shirt touch it.
It's a damn snake. Do you know what snake bite does? It can ruin your whole day.
They are not likely to find a way out of this pit with humor, Doctor. I suggest you concentrate your efforts to the problem at hand.
You know what that line sounded like?
What's that?
Remember when Will Ferrell was on Saturday Night Live and he played Harry Carey?
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey Norm, would you if the moon was made of spare ribs, would you eat it?" Like that's how he sounded in that take. It was fucking.
Do they always argue like this, Captain?
It was so Western.
Yeah, that'll ruin your whole day. Snakes hurt.
Damn, partner. Now it's time for me to go get shot at the OK Corral for the third time.
Just make the red shirt touch it and be like, "Oh, it's
Well, yes.
All right, let's talk to everyone.
It's a damn snake. Do you know what snake bite does? It can ruin your whole day.
Damn, partner.
It's a damn snake. Do you?
That's a damn snake.
Also, you see
He
that thing
doesn't
in the
seem
top
to be
right?
in a talk.
The
He
glowy
doesn't
eyes.
seem to be in a talkative.
Those vines would be useful to escape if we could reach them.
Do I look like Houdini to you? I'm afraid you're going to have to pull the rabbit out of the hat on this one.
Wow, thanks, McCoy.
Where McCoy?
No enemies in sight, but supplies could be a problem if we don't get out.
Is that guy's name Mr. Strategy but missing some words?
No enemies in sight, but supplies could be a problem if we don't get out.
Yeah, man, I know my strategy, man. I play a lot of Hearts of Iron. All right, let's get that rock.
Well, let's scan all the other stuff. I also want to point out the absence of that high-pitched noise whenever I scan stuff.
This vine is not likely to support our weight by itself, Captain. You would have to find some way to reinforce it.
Use the snake.
Nothing to report, Captain.
He's used to those eyes.
Nothing
he sees them
to report.
in his dreams.
Maybe there's a biological being there. I could highlight.
There's
it.
nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
There's nothing there requiring.
I'm also just scanning everything because we have to.
What about that rock in the foreground?
Nothing to report. Nothing to report. A pile of small igneous rocks, Captain.
Take rock.
Rock.
Scrumbles.
Rock.
Scrumbles take rock. Dude, we
You
found
pick
boulder.
up some rocks from the pile.
Okay, I have some rocks.
Excellent. Throw that rock at that light.
Yes, sir.
Nothing happens.
Damn it.
Nothing ever happens.
Throw the rock at those eyes in the woods.
Nothing happens.
And they call us explorers.
Wait. What's that in front of this? Is that a hole in front of the snake?
I don't think so.
No, but
Well, it looks like there's also a hole behind Spock and McCoy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's take a look.
You are in a deep pit. It is a long, hard
Okay.
climb to the top.
Rock and hole.
What hole?
Spock is carefully examining the.
That one. The one that Spock's examining.
There's no hole here.
Foreground.
You are in a
Oh.
deep pit.
What about the thing next to the snake that's like black?
This down here?
I saw
I
a
think
little
that's
bit to
supposed
the
to be
left.
foreground.
The one a little bit to the left of the down.
That?
Yeah, I think that's a hole.
I don't think so. I think that's a shadow.
You are in a deep pit.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's save.
You got
Yeah,
it.
we managed to make it
Save
this
new
far.
game. Replace previous.
I am not a merry man. All right. Let's just bang rock. Put rock in rock.
Nothing happens.
Get on the tricorder and call the Enterprise.
Let me guess.
Fascinating. Our communicators have apparently been rendered ineffective.
Gotta call people on that tricorder. I said that wrong on purpose because I'm waiting to see if someone in chat loses it.
Nothing to report.
Man, I took care of that guy. I blew that Borg up with the
Nothing to
tricorder.
report.
You're like, it's not what it... No, the phaser.
Can we
A
take
pile
snake?
of small.
Can we take the snake?
Let's
Yeah,
take snake.
Let's take the snake.
You fail to.
Oops, I have to hit the pixel just right. There you go. Oh, it went into a tiny little hole.
Put the rock. Cover the rock. Cover the hole with the rock. Now grab the snake.
Oh.
You fail to obtain.
Come on. There we go. Pixel.
This was the first like logical puzzle I've seen. All right. I don't know what the fuck to do with this
You
snake.
fail to obtain. You already have rock.
See if you can use the snake on the vine.
Snakes on a vine.
Snakes on a vine.
Nothing happens.
Give it to McCoy.
What on earth are you doing with that slithering thing?
I found it.
A fascinating specimen, Captain, but I would be careful handling it. From the looks of it, it may have a nasty bite.
We wouldn't want to bleed all over Dr. McCoy now, would we?
Especially that green Vulcan blood. The last thing I need is a pint of T-negative blood all over my uniform.
Give it to the red shirt.
Yeah, see what happens.
See if it bites a red shirt's throat
then
out.
Then we'll know if it's dangerous.
That's something of a runt, Captain. You should have seen this Rigelian python that Cadet Tyrelli put in the shower at the Academy. 20 meters
Jesus
long.
Christ. I don't know. Use a rock on the vine?
I tried that.
No, the one... Yeah, there's another one that's hanging up higher that's out of reach. There's that one that we can reach, and then the one on the left.
Nope.
Left and top. Left and... yeah, that.
The vine will not support you.
Rock.
The vine will not support.
Rock? Okay, rock it is.
So it'll drop.
What?
Fascinating. It did appear to knock the vine down near to the point where one of us can reach it.
Didn't they have baseball on Vulcan? Show us your fastball, Jim.
Baseball? No one plays that anymore.
Wow.
Good try, though, sir.
Because this was made at around the time of what was considered the death of baseball in America, and that's why Star Trek keeps referencing as like baseball dying out, because in this era it was nothing but there were strikes. A lot of people stopped saying stuff. There were a lot of controversies. So people stopped showing up. And all the Star Trek writers for like 10 years, in TNG, DS9, everything, were just like, oh, remember when baseball died in 2050? This Tokyo team was the greatest team there ever was. And people are like, what?
Let's do it again so it'll drop down enough that we can reach it. There we go. So now it's reinforced and we can
The
climb
probability of getting the vine on the second try was only 36.53%. Well done, Captain.
Probability? That was a perfect pitch if I ever saw one.
All right. We're on our way.
All right, let's save before we walk out, and then he's like, I am
Save new
Quetzalcoatl.
game. Replace previous.
He's like, I've underestimated you humans. You're able to climb out of holes.
It's like, bro, we have spaceships. Look at that.
Yeah, it's Kirk showing us them cheeks.
Well,
yeah, you remember William Shatner liked climbing. For whatever odd reason.
We have to get everyone to climb individually. All right, red shirt goes last.
No. I want the red shirt up here with me to defend me.
That's them cheeks squeaking.
I want the red shirt up here to take damage for Kirk.
A blade of red shirt shielding.
That's great. How am I going to get out of here? I ain't climbing no vines.
I ain't sweating for nobody.
Of all the things. I know.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's a lot of great bluffs along the river Iowa to climb. Quite common in Iowa, where Kirk is from. Famous for its mountains, Iowa.
Yeah.
The Iowa
he also grew up
mountains.
in the future, so he could teleport to the Grand Canyon
Well,
if he
sure.
wanted to.
The thing that blew my mind about the the J.J. Abrams Trek, right? At the intro, he steals the classic Stingray. Now, I think that's great. Classic Stingray in the future, it shows that, yeah, there's still guys collecting weird shit or 3D printing it or whatever at home and making their classic car, right? And he's cranking it, old school tunes on it. Cool, it shows this guy's a retro guy. And then it shows him getting chased, by the space cops, and they got the hover bike and shit. And I'm like, oh, this is all really cool. The thing that melts my brain, that's supposed to be Iowa, right? So where's that giant fucking hole in the ground that will eat a Corvette?
Probably from the Klingon War when they attacked the planet.
That's
It
just
never
what I mean.
explains.
It's just in the middle of nowhere in Iowa. There's like a 12,000-foot pit. They're like, come on down to Snake Pit, Iowa.
It laid in the capitalist system. They created that as a tourist attraction.
It was a nuclear war.
It
too.
was most illogical.
Mike, Hiroshima is fine today. You can drop a nuke in the middle of a city.
Yeah, but
There's
this
not a
was
giant
Star
crater.
Trek nukes.
Oh, Star Trek. So they're like Fallout nukes, where they create craters that are like a mile deep. I hate to say this, but if you make a crater a mile deep and then extrapolate the force of the explosion from that, it's like, yeah, you can make a crater a mile deep. The atmosphere has left the planet. It has taken a vacation to nowhere.
Let's start scanning some of this random junk around us.
Nothing to report, Captain. I am reading a life form to the west. It appears to be humanoid.
So people are saying the
Nothing
Xindi did
to
it.
report.
World War III. Someone just said eugenics. All right.
Nothing to report.
The New Madrid fault.
That's right. The Xindi did fucking destroy it. In this case,
the Xindi Trench went through Florida. Remember?
I know.
Right? It went through
Nothing
Florida.
to report.
Like it just went through Florida for
It
whatever
like
reason.
fucked up Tallahassee, Florida. Like the Xindi were watching all the radio and news shit, so they were getting news like hundreds of years late because of the distance. And they're like, we keep seeing mention of this Florida man.
Nothing to report.
Earth's greatest warrior.
Let me guess. Nothing requiring a ship's doctor.
There's nothing there required.
Look, I'm just trying to be thorough here. What should I do, Captain?
Okay, one moment. The answer we're given, it was a rift that opened after the New Madrid earthquake of 2154.
No.
Noted. Oh, God. Zachary Eggbane says, the canyon is near Pella, Iowa, a renowned Dutch enclave. Someone dropped a penny in a hole and things developed from there.
Staying in this overgrown region could prove quite dangerous. I suggest we continue, Captain.
He doesn't seem to be in a... He doesn't seem to be in...
Lord...
This jungle is sure lush, Jim. Speaking of lush, I could use a nice Saurian brandy about now.
Lord Noobskull says the most amazing thing, Mike. I love the fact that Quetzalcoatl believes that 4 dudes in pajamas would get in a spaceship and fly across the stars just to lie to him.
Yeah.
I was like, man, we should save because we're above.
I feel like someone is watching us, Captain.
Yup, that's yeah.
There seems to be something. Yeah, I already did save. What's? I'm gonna scan this flower.
Touch everything.
Yeah, no.
Nothing to report.
All right, touching it, Captain.
You fail to obtain any...
But it's there.
You fail to obtain...
Let's walk around some more.
You fail to obtain any...
What's the worst that could happen?
I'm just trying to take stuff, Captain.
Give
Fine.
me booze, Jim.
I just want a drink. Oh, fuck.
I am Tolokzak, priest of Quetzalcoatl. Only one who knows his ways may approach his holy ground.
Huh. He looks like a Street Fighter character.
Our red shirt is right in front of him.
He looks like a Street Fighter
Save
character.
new game. Replace...
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we could talk to him a little bit.
Actually, let's scan him first.
See if he's real?
Yeah.
Well, either this Aztec is a real flesh and blood human being, or I'm going to be retired as soon as I get back to the Enterprise.
Okay. Why are you so sarcastic about doing your fucking job?
Nothing to report, Captain.
I'm just trying to be thorough.
Fascinating. These lights are actually swarms of bioluminescent insects. I wonder how they are controlled.
That's actually kind of cool. I like that.
I dig that.
All right, let's talk.
He doesn't seem to be in...
All right, let's see.
I will not listen to your deceitful ways.
Nice planet. I kind of like it.
This guy's going far, and by that I mean
Perhaps
6 feet
our
under.
host will be more reasonable now. I recommend trying to locate him, Captain.
Did you ever get the feeling that people don't like you?
Why is everyone so rude to Kirk?
I don't know. Hand the guy the snake, see what happens. Be like, hey man, check this out.
Indeed, you know the ways of Quetzalcoatl, but only a man of courage, one who will shed blood, will pass.
Holy shit. Okay. What? They hit him with a rock. They shed blood. All right. Okay. Now talk to him.
I will not listen to you.
Oh.
Now I'll try the snake.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about another rock?
Yeah.
Taloksak falls to the ground unconscious.
Rock. Disarm rock, fucking noob. Get an F in chat for
He
this
dropped
weirdo.
the knife, Jim.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, pick that up. Rock.
So let's scan it. Let's be careful.
Nothing unusual here. Nothing to report, Captain.
Rock. I cast rock.
You pick up the beautifully crafted knife.
All right. I said draw blood. He's there.
He's unconscious, Jim.
From 2 rocks to the head.
Rock and stone.
Rock and stone, brother.
I'm definitely. I did not expect that to be the answer, but I love that's the answer.
Save new game. Replace.
You know, if you hit someone with a rock.
I'm just gonna oversave it on mud. I don't want to do that chapter ever again.
Yeah.
We aced it. We got 100%. The Admiral was like, dude, what the fuck?
Hey, man, 200 years in the future, rock is still on top.
Let me show you a little trick my ancestors taught me. All right.
There was a comment some years ago in BattleTech where someone said, oh, well, this mech has been around for 200 years. Name me something else that's been on Prime for 200 years and has never been replaced. And I was like, sharp and stick.
Yeah.
Still works.
You get out. You have to get out of your mech at some point, and someone's gonna have a sharp stick waiting for you.
I'd be like, name something. Well, the guy said name something as impactful as BattleTech as the fusion reactor, and I was like, penicillin.
Yeah.
And it was like, boo.
Thank you very much, penicillin, for keeping us alive.
He doesn't seem to be.
It's getting a little cool out here. Now keep warm. I don't want a bunch of sick crewmen when we get back to the ship. If we ever do get back to the ship.
Fascinating. The trees are able to grow very close together in this forest, Captain.
Does every planet-side mission have this much adventure, Captain? Mind you, I can't say Mr. Quetzalcoatl is making a very good impression on me.
Yeah, well, fuck him. We have rock.
Small colonies of bioluminescent insects, Captain.
Where do we going?
Rock.
Trauzakian mushrooms. Their spores are highly toxic and are released if they are disturbed.
Oh. Maybe don't touch those.
Ooh. Can I also scan the plant on the ground, Captain?
It vaguely resembles the Terran Spanish bayonet. The edges of the leaf are razor sharp and secrete a poisonous resin.
So touch nothing.
This is what I was afraid of. I'm like,
the whole planet is do not touch. It's grandma's house.
Okay. Well, we're gonna save the game, and then we're gonna
save new game.
This planet
Replace
sucks.
previous.
This planet sucks. Okay, let's do a biological scan on this plant.
There's nothing there. I would strongly recommend against touching these, Jim.
Very good. Okay, what if I
Nothing happens.
can't cut it down? Rock.
Nothing happens.
Is rock the solution?
Nothing happens.
Is rock the way? Is this the beginning of Boulder?
I don't know.
Let's just keep walking. Let's just keep walking.
You are in a dark forest. You can hear the flow of water to the northwest.
Huh.
Thanks for telling me what I'm looking at here. I wasn't expecting that.
A large fern.
That's not a fern.
Below this rock is a large growth of mushrooms.
Uh-huh.
So this one says...
A large fern fans the pathway.
So we can't walk in front of that. Maybe we have to walk around it.
Yeah.
I don't have a snake anymore.
Yeah,
oh, wait,
you
yeah, I do.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Snake is not the answer. Well, we got a new friend to take with us. If we can't...
Knife the things.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. All right, let me just...
Oh, man, we're having fun now.
Let me just try walking around it. Can I just go, like, here? Nope. Don't know what to do about this plant here, Jim.
Well, let's go back and explore other areas now that guy's been...
Why would you want to do that? Let's not go misusing. Why would you want to do that?
Why would I want to? I'm thinking, like, whatever you can come... You're not helping, so why don't you do something, McCoy? You're my favorite character in Star Trek, and you act like a dick in this
Just
game.
out of nowhere, you, like, knife the red shirt. Is he gone?
It appears so.
He's probably got called into HR for not stabbing somebody right. What an interesting little planet.
You look but see nothing. You look but see nothing.
Is that the moon?
You look but see nothing.
I mean, Rock worked. We beat that guy out. Rock is your friend here. We knocked the man unconscious with Rock. He's done.
Yeah,
So-
some guy was like some Aztec warrior was just standing in our way. We just threw a rock in his face until he got knocked unconscious.
I mean, Rock works. Rock is our friend. Rock, Goat, would you mind bringing me a beverage? And yes, you have to understand that when it comes down to Rock is universal. You could say it was an accident. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could say, I don't know, man. I was just trying to do some geology and we had an accident. Simple as.
Oh, the plant can't hurt us. We could have just walked by it.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just trying to say, like...
No. I'm just saying, like, everything in this...
It appears that the leaves are slightly toxic. I would not recommend touching it for an extended amount of time.
Roger that.
Everything is toxic. Everything is bad.
What's this?
This whole planet
It is some
awful.
kind of mollusk. The river seems to be its home, and it is carnivorous, eating land and river-based forms of life.
Okay.
What about this?
Nothing to report,
It's
Captain.
a tree, Captain.
Nothing unusual.
Oh, yeah? What type of tree?
Nothing to report.
The fallen kind.
Nothing unusual here. The tricorder registers a life form, a large marine creature lurking just below the surface of the water.
What if we threw in the snake?
What if we threw in a rock? It's true.
Nothing happens.
No, rock. It's always rock, right?
Nothing happens.
Let's throw it in the
Nothing
middle of the
happens.
lake. The middle of it.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
I recommend caution here, Captain.
I think we're going to have to crawl across that log.
Anyone for a campfire?
He doesn't seem to be an...
Reminds me of a planet I was stationed on once. The native girls were real friendly. Ensign Shu had his bachelor party there. Great time. You ever been to Omicron Draconis, Captain?
This guy is unbothered by everything. This guy's
Save
cool.
new game. Replace previous.
He's like, gosh, I hope I get injured on this so I can go home.
A friend of mine who was a Marine for many years gave me a bit of advice that I think is probably true. It's a historical observation, but I think it actually applies to red shirts.
This plant has a rather thick stem and prickly leaves.
And what he told me was, he said, do you ever wonder why so many Marines throw themselves on grenades and get Congressional Medals of Honor?
Mm-hmm.
He said, because the sergeant's doing it. It's like grenade hits the trench and the sergeant's like, yeah, and throws that guy in there and he's like, God bless, son.
I just cut some of this plant up.
Yeah.
Use it on the creature. Maybe it'll get high.
Oh. What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
It would appear that the plant secretes a chemical that is a natural repellent to the creature. It has retreated far downstream, Captain.
All right.
Well.
I suppose that we figured it out. We're smart people.
All right, Kirk, let's see you walk across this. Hey, there we go. Goat, what are you doing in the kitchen? You're missing stream.
Goat says bagel is more important than stream, everybody.
Well, is he wrong?
Goat's response was "fuck you" and tell
This
him I said
appears to
that.
be a formation of raw dilithium crystals, Captain.
What? Take those. Those come with us.
You will need something to pry it loose.
We have a knife or
We have-
rock. We have both.
We have a knife.
Knife. Yeah.
You have 1 dilithium crystal in raw form.
Hell yeah. Now we're gonna drive 100 miles an hour on this dilithium.
I wonder if we can use it to like.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Well, I mean, you could talk to us, so that's kind of something. She's like, no, Captain, you have to do the mission first. Do you know the rules?
Can you put some music on Uhura? Can we have some music?
Fascinating. These rocks are limestone, but contain an unusually high content of heavy metals. There are dilithium crystals here, but in a very raw form.
Interesting.
Fascinating. These
Yeah, we already did that.
These stalactites were made from limestone deposits. They took millennia to form.
Thank you, Spock.
These stalactites.
All right, let's keep going. Let's go find Gollum.
Oh, I'm saving the game every screen.
Save new game.
Absolutely.
Replace.
In a game like this, you save every screen.
Actually, I want to hear what everyone has to say. We didn't talk to them on the screen.
I would suggest we continue on, Captain. It would not be logical to endanger ourselves by remaining here.
I've lost any appetite I may have had for squid, Jim.
Okay.
Reminds me of some spelunking I did on Hades 4. Ever do any climbing, Captain?
Oh, he's that
Have you
guy.
ever made it up the face of Half Dome, Lieutenant?
If we ever get back to Earth, 100 credits says I'll beat you.
Captains and security officers, they don't realize how fragile the human body can be.
Sure we do. That's the challenge.
He doesn't seem to be.
Now,
I've lost any appetite.
Yeah.
one of the things that's important to remember, and I saw this referenced in chat, it's a BPL tradition, but if you ever can't remember the name of somebody, or you don't know who invented something, just add John in front of the name. And the reason is because John Moses Browning. There's so many, John C. Garrett. There are so many people that in the arms world, it's John blank invention.
Or John Rowland, the creator of the Roland MT32.
Yeah, so you just say John Blank. So when it's just, you keep doing it. Just keep adding.
John Kalashnikov.
Yeah, John Kalashnikov.
John Mauser.
John Starship. John Dilithium.
John Gunpowder.
No, John Dilithium was
people
like.
are saying, did we get a dilithium crystal here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, John Dilithium.
There's also a point that I want to make is that this game actually came out right around when TNG was about to end. So they already have all the lore for Star Trek TNG for up to this point, but they're going with the original series as hard as they can.
John D. Phaser.
I watched as you worked through the problems I set in your path. You are a valiant, intelligent species. Please sit down. We have much to discuss.
Why are you in Yoda's house?
Evicted for not paying the rent I
I've
was.
had it up to here with so-called superior beings terrorizing my crew because we're so primitive. Maybe you should see how primitive you are before you go around testing others.
Yeah, you tell him.
Maybe not.
One thing first. If you're so peaceful, how come the Aztecs were so violent and aggressive?
That seems a little more.
Yes, I guess we do. Go on.
Hang on. I want to ask him about.
I've had it. One thing first. If you're so peaceful, how come the Aztecs were so violent and aggressive?
Yeah.
I tried to teach them the concept of self-sacrifice. It would appear they did not completely understand.
So wait. His take is that there was sacrifice, and then there was two boxes, self and others. And he could not, as this all-powerful being, differentiate the difference between like an indefinite article. He's just like, you must sacrifice to please me. And they're like, all right. He's like, no, I will never clarify this and must leave now. What?
You are clearly not the liars I thought you to be. Were you telling me the truth about my disciples? That they became ruthless savages?
The Federation is not in the business of lying,
He
mister.
doesn't care about the Federation.
Absolutely. Your best intentions were changed by the imperfect humans that you left in charge after you departed, such is the way of our
Yeah,
race, I'm
that's
afraid.
ball washing, but it's probably
You messed up in a
work.
big way. Perhaps you should try following the
no,
Prime Directive.
No.
The Federation is absolutely.
We don't follow
I
the Prime
sense
Directive.
truth in this. Perhaps this is what happened to my children on the Klingon world of Hrakur, which would explain why they are searching for me. I have clearly abused the power that was given me long ago.
You show great wisdom, sir, but your statement implies that you wish to change your condition.
Indeed. If my mission of peace was overthrown, then I am no longer worthy of my power. Tell me, has your species made progress in the medical arts?
Well,
we're a technologically advanced starfaring race. What do you think? That we wouldn't have made progress in medicine? With Dr. McCoy, I sometimes wonder, but yes, I would say we have made considerable advances. Yes, why do you ask?
Yes.
Okay.
We're a Yes, why do you ask?
At the top of my spine is a gland not found in your species. This is the seat of my power. I wish you to remove it, thereby making me immortal.
Jim, I'll try, but the physiology is completely alien.
You've got to do it, Bones. If the Klingons realize he's no longer a threat to them, perhaps we can avoid a war.
All right, let's
Scotty
do it.
5 to beam up.
And the snake.
Oh, who's that guy?
Mr. Kyle just goes, Elvis?
Hey, baby. I'm a war criminal.
Captain, 3 Klingon heavy battle cruisers have just entered the system.
Dun, dun, dun,
Admiral
dun.
Kenka is hailing us, sir.
Federation starship, this is Admiral Vlik Kinka of the Clearta. You harbor a criminal who has caused the destruction of the entire population of Hrakor. We are not prepared to negotiate. You will proceed to Hrakor, where a court of Klingon justice will be convened. If you refuse, we shall destroy you.
All right. Admiral Vlicht, the criminal of whom you speak, is in the middle of a very delicate medical procedure. He cannot be handed over to anyone at this time. I cannot believe Quetzalcoatl's mission to Hrakur would cause the deaths of the entire planet.
Let's get him talking.
Since when do
about
Klingons
it.
give orders to Federation officers, Admiral? I realize it's difficult for a Klingon, but don't be a fool. Admiral Vlicht, I cannot believe Quetzalcoatl's mission to Hrakur would cause the
let's
deaths
get him
of the
to
entire
so we can
planet.
schizo-post about it. That buys us time.
Yeah.
His attempt to corrupt the Empire with his philosophy led to the destruction of all life on Hrakor.
How could a philosophy of peace and non-violence cause the destruction of all life on Hrakur?
Hrakor has been governed by my family for generations, but even they were corrupted by him.
And he's got
It was a
kids.
matter of honor that his lies had to be silenced, no matter what the cost.
My God, you killed your own people just because they acquired a philosophy that you disagreed with?
My God.
Next.
So you killed them, your own family. You were responsible for their deaths, not Quetzalcoatl. You murdered them. You're insane. Tell me, how much do your commanders know about what you did? Or do you need to kill Quetzalcoatl to hide your own deeds?
That's not gonna.
My
Yeah,
God,
just
you
keep him
killed your own
talking.
people just
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
acquired a
Yes,
philosophy
he's
that you
terrible.
disagreed
He
with?
preached these horrible alien concepts like peace.
Peace and love.
It was that creature's fault. Had he not interfered in our affairs, the people of Hrakor would be alive. Clearly, he is responsible.
Message from Starfleet Command.
I'll argue this with you later, Vlicht.
Contact your superiors, Kirk. You may be surprised.
I have bad news, Captain. The Organians have ruled that Quetzalcoatl's interference in Klingon affairs renders him subject to Klingon law. You are to turn your prisoner over to them at Hrakur. Klingon law will permit you to observe or
no,
aid
it's
in
gonna
his
be a
defense.
court
But
episode.
be very careful, Jim. Starfleet out.
Oh, no.
Captain, you cannot turn him over to those butchers. That would be murder.
I don't know, Scott. I think he kind of brought
We
it
have no
on
choice,
himself.
Scotty. I'm afraid Quetzalcoatl has a date with Klingon justice. Set course for Hrakur, Mr. Chekhov.
Oh, he's doing it for us.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what that place is.
I've killed a lot of them before, Captain.
Captain's log. We have come to the ruined Klingon planet of Hrakur to deliver our guest, the mythical entity Quetzalcoatl, to a Klingon court. Dr. McCoy, Mr. Spock, and Ensign Benny and I have been granted permission by the Organians to witness this trial, which I expect to be a travesty of any meaningful definition of
Real.
justice.
Yeah.
This is the sort of
Spock,
shit that
come
the
with me.
Klingons
Mr.
pull
Scott,
up when they
you have the
gulag
com.
him years later.
Yeah, they pulled this up and they're like, hey, remember that? Remember that? Repente. And he's like, fuck. Repente.
Whoa, mama.
Whoa.
The prisoner and his witnesses
What
will
a
stand
set.
forth, so the trial may begin.
Guys, before you click, Mike.
I'm not
guys.
going to click it.
Yeah. Drinking this set.
I know. That's what I was just
This
thinking.
is
Like, imagine if
great.
TNG had this instead of the dark red everything was.
Oh, man, no. If TNG had this would have been sweet.
This
Look
looks
at
like
this.
Brotherhood of Nod shit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And we have to switch out our red shirts every so often to get too excited. We have to
Yeah.
give them some treats and let them sit down a bit. You know, they got to
Yeah.
run and get
After
their
they get their
zoomies
zoomies out.
Yeah.
I think the game was expecting that red shirt to probably die in that last mission, and he didn't. So they're like, "Oh well,
Well,
here's
yeah.
another guy."
I mean, we literally just beat that guy with a rock, and then Quetzalcoatl was like, "You're great.
You're very
You're very
peaceful."
wise."
You're like, holy
and
shit! I have power, but you guys beat me with rock. What can I say?
rock and snack.
Rock and snack. I guess just, save.
Save new game.
Snack.
Let's talk to everyone.
He doesn't seem to be in a...
Captain, I estimate the odds of this court acquitting Quetzalcoatl at 0.086%.
Huh.
Awaiting your orders, sir.
I've got nothing to say to you, Jim.
Jesus.
I'm frightened, Captain. But if I am to die, then I shall die well.
Yeah, the Klingons will respect the shit out of that.
Yeah. Be like, here's your knife and a snack.
You will not speak.
All right.
Let's just step onto the squared circle.
Yeah.
Or triangle, however it might be.
Yeah, let's scan everything first.
Are we allowed to?
No,
Nothing to report.
I'm just doing it.
Nothing to report. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing of interest.
Peace through power.
You look but see nothing of note.
What do you mean nothing at all? It looks awesome.
This city was destroyed by heavy bombardment and intense doses of neutrino rays that killed all known forms of life on this planet.
The
we
snake
need
turns
to
out to be the
scan that.
perfect alibi witness. Mr. Welch.
Low-level radiation within safety limits, but you wouldn't want to spend more than a few days here.
Then that's not safe.
Planet Chernobyl, man.
No, it's just one of those things of like, hey, that fire protection suit I'm giving you,
Yeah.
yeah. It'll allow you to endure. That fire in there is perfectly safe, but don't stay in there for more than 12 seconds. And I'll be like, well, then what happened? Well, then you die of fire. And I'm like, then that's not fireproof.
So, Kirk, we finally meet. I had thought it would be in battle, but the universe holds many surprises.
There's nothing less appealing than a gloating Klingon, Vlick. Let's get this trial underway. Stick around, Vlick. There are more surprises
that's a
awaiting.
Kirk answer.
Why does every Klingon tell me they expected to meet me in battle?
No, that's
You really
come
have a
on,
one.
Kirk,
There's
that's
nothing. Stick
racist.
around, Vlick. There are more surprises awaiting you.
Yeah.
So be it. This begins the trial of the entity Quetzalcoatl, who is charged with impersonating a Klingon, stirring dissent, encouraging cowardice, and treason in the highest degree.
Those are serious charges, Vlick. Should he not be tried by a Klingon high court?
He has not demonstrated honor, Kirk. Only a proven warrior may be tried in high court. Principles of honor are not applicable to his defense.
I'm a warrior, Vlick. I hereby intervene for him and demand the honors and responsibilities of a warrior's trial.
That sounds good. Well, let's
Yeah.
And this trial is a mockery for the entire galaxy to see. Oh, well, I'm afraid you're on your own, Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah.
No.
Just come up. I got you.
I'm a warrior,
Kirk.
Vlick. I hereby intervene for him and demand the honors and responsibilities of a warrior's trial.
A Federation officer claiming the rights of a Klingon warrior. How dare you insult me, Kirk?
I've faced Klingons both in personal and ship-to-ship combat. Your own records will confirm this. If I'm not worthy of their honors, why didn't they kill me?
That oversight, Kirk, is easily rectified. You and your 3 companions may face the test that we set for the Defender. Then we shall see if you are as worthy as a Klingon.
I want your word of honor, Vlicht, that Quetzalcoatl will not be harmed while we take these tests.
Very well. You have my word. Captain Calarax, transport them to the test of life.
What? Be funny if it was just a door.
I'll see you in the
What is
Pog
this
Arena.
place?
Not much is known about Hrakur, Ensign. This would appear to be some sort of a mining installation. That creature might be a native life form.
A test of courage? That is the Klingon way.
I somehow doubt that Vlicht intends for us to survive this, whatever the outcome. We're the only thing that stands between him and the killing of Quetzalcoatl that he can justify.
Why should he worry about justification, Captain? He's a Klingon. Murder is as natural to them as breathing.
That's not true, Ensign. However, I suspect that Vlicht's attack on Hrakur exceeded his orders. He needs Quetzalcoatl as a scapegoat, and he needs a fair trial to avoid an inquiry of his own actions.
And our deaths will be the only way he can get it. Great.
Wow.
Why can't we get the last guy that was just like, this reminds me of that one time I licked a D-cell battery and died.
You've handled those Klingons well, sir. We've got them on the run now.
You know who I would love is if
How could you do it, Jim? I spent hours trying to save his life, and you just gave him away in seconds to the Klingons.
Damn, McCoy.
What were you going to say, Tex?
What I think would be fun is if we had to write our own guy in this. I'd write a red shirt, and I would just
Red
make
shirt
it
Kyle.
No, I'd make it red shirt Cleveland. They call him Cleveland because he's from Cleveland.
Yeah,
and he's so upbeat because it's the best job he's ever had. But I would.
I
Just
want him to be like Black Dynamite.
No, I would just make him so happy that he'd got the Star Trek job.
Step aside, Captain. No weapons do no damage to me.
Yeah. But he's just happy to get out of Cleveland.
Yeah.
But also because it's Cleveland, I'd make the guy just really loud because everyone I've met from Cleveland, including you, is loud. So I think that would be hilarious.
One my mom calls, I intentionally on my phone turn the volume to 1.
Yeah.
I could still hear her across the room.
Well, I just imagine that you have a Cleveland from, red shirt Cleveland, and he's like, hey, guys, there's a giant lightning thing. And you're like, I see it. And he's like, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Gets a selfie with it.
When I was a kid, I saw lightning strike a tree, and that actually made me so fucking interested in weather for some reason as a kid.
Dude, lightning, when you see lightning as a kid, that shit is...
It was an explosion of wood and fire. I was like, holy shit, that's awesome.
First time I saw lightning strike something, I was like, oh my God, magic is real.
I got in trouble that week because I wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
I was blown away by just like you see stuff like that in the world and you're just like, holy shit, that's magic.
But yeah, when you see it on TV, you're like, whatever. But when you're actually there, it's like, oh shit, you can actually feel your hair stand on end.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Let me go ahead and start doing some scans, Captain.
Connor asks, does he wear a Cleveland Browns t-shirt under the uniform? He wears it over it.
Yeah, that guy would.
Wait, talk to the lightning monster. Oh, shit.
It's an entity.
Captain, I have calculated the odds of surviving
Never
this
tell me
at...
the odds, Spock.
Shut up, Spock.
Yeah.
Damn.
Why do I have the feeling that I'm about to have a bad day?
Okay, so you have wood there, right?
Sure.
Is that wood or is that iron?
This creature is composed of electrical fields. I would not recommend approaching it. A metal projectile might disrupt its fields and render it harmless.
Yeah, or the metal could conduct and fuck us up.
These wooden rods are support beams that were not placed.
All right, let's pick some of those up.
And
Nothing to report, Captain.
anything on the other side of those doors?
An entry coder for the door, keyed to a number sequence. The tricorder is unable to determine the code, but can scan the mechanism.
Great. So now we have to destroy this thing. So you want me to pick up some wood?
Yeah, pick some of that up. We'll get
got
some
it.
wood.
We'll pick up some wood.
Wood. And he just hits the red shirt with it in the face. I loved how that was animated, though.
Yeah.
It was actually really well animated. Oh.
Well, that didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
great.
and I gotta go.
All right.
I got my game.
Indeed, later.
Traveling time.
Just keep chucking wood at it.
See you, chat.
Yeah. See you later, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Surely it can't destroy all the wood.
Jim, we're going to run out of wood.
No, we're not. Throw the wood at the panel.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I would just use all the wood and stick it all together, and then use
No
it.
effect.
What?
No effect.
No effect.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happened. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't like that. Collect food. Yeah. God, Daniel from Second Life. Majestic creature. So what's that crack in the wall behind you?
This?
No, like behind Kirk. Like directly like above him.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah.
You look but see nothing of note.
That's a crack.
This section of wall was carved by some sort of plasma field.
Huh.
You look but see nothing.
Okay, maybe there's something behind that wall on the right. That looks kind of weird.
This wall was carved from the natural rock.
So it's a real wall.
This rock has a high iron content.
What if you phasered it?
That's a good point.
I mean, they call this a trial. I don't see the Klingons do anything. I think they just start fighting.
Okay, I'm phasering.
You melt some of the rock.
Okay, now use the wood.
Oh,
and the
I
rock. Yeah.
I see.
I don't think the Klingons would do this for a trial, right? Because this
No.
is part of their system. He's not just making this up. They set this up. Oh,
You coat the rod with molten iron. It hardens quickly.
nice.
We'll just ignore the science behind that and
Yeah.
stick this into the lightning.
Yeah. Nice.
As I suspected, Captain, the creature is in stasis. It should awaken in 3.48 days.
Nice.
Bet it'll be mad.
That is the best old man response ever. I bet
failed to
it'll be
obtain-
mad.
Can I have this?
Captain, I would strongly recommend against disturbing the rod. It could result in awakening the creature or possibly electrocuting you.
Well, Spock, you know what I want to do, right? I want to shove this up that Klingon's ass.
I want to hit him
Nothing
with it.
to report. Nothing
All
to
right,
report,
let's go
Captain.
fuck with the panel.
Spock?
We do not know the code, Cap.
Well,
All right, we'll scan it, Spock.
yeah.
An entry coder for the door, keyed to a number sequence. An entry coder for... Nothing to report.
All right, let's walk over and look at the wall. Look at the thing. Look at the code. I mean,
You look but see nothing.
maybe.
A slightly
Uh-huh. Let's see.
You want me to smash it? But that's our only way.
Well,
I'm not asking you to smash it, Ensign. Jesus. I'm like, do you have any Klingon code cracking? We'll call Uhura. She knows how to crack codes.
Captain, there is a force field between us and the planet.
Uh-huh.
We have your position at approximately 30 meters beneath the surface of Hakor, and what appears to be the ruins of an archaeological dig.
Okay.
Keep us informed. We'll help you all we can. We can analyze any data you gather through the main computer.
Uhura, prepare to receive a tricorder message. There is a door with an entry coder here. Try to analyze the circuits and let the main computer crack the code.
Scan complete. Main computer has the code. We also read an anomaly. Something else has tapped into the key code. Shall I analyze?
I want that door open. Affirmative,
Yeah.
Uhura.
Sir, we have a secondary code that is nested in the Klingon program. Computer's unable to analyze its function. Shall we broadcast it to you when you activate the keypad?
Affirmative.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good luck, Captain.
Save.
Thanks, Uhura.
Save new game. Replace.
This is, I think, probably the most that they've given her in any of the series to do.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Spock, you first. Don't let the ensign do it. He wants to punch it.
He's like, do I destroy it with my hand? Ooh. What
All
is
right.
this?
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
You have to choose the wrapped burritos, Kirk. One of them is pimento cheese. It's all pimento cheese, Kirk.
Actually, no, this is kind of like, what do you call it? Like atmospheric. Because look, we're inside this cave, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, it's nice to have a little reverb when you're in a cave. Because, well, I'm going to say this. You can fart in some places, and it echoes, and it's fun. Yeah, because well, I was once in a cave. I took a cave tour, and we're walking around.
Yeah.
And one of the tour guides said, you have to watch out for the wind that comes through here. And one of the guys in the tour farted so loud, it echoed 4 times.
Jesus Christ.
And the guy who was giving the tour stared at him without saying anything for like 10 seconds. I just saw the headlamp turn around and focus on him. The guy tried to look away like I didn't do it.
Jesus Christ.
It was as loud as someone dropping like a tile of concrete on stone. It was just a thunderclap. I was impressed.
Your communicator is not working.
What is this place?
Well, there's 3 dots on the wall.
This is not Klingon technology, Captain.
I remember this particular one being difficult.
Even I can see that, you pointy-eared freak.
Jesus. The reason this one was difficult is it's color-coded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some problem with this one.
Gentlemen, I suggest we start trying to find out what this is. I have a feeling we've come someplace Flick wasn't expecting us to go.
Well?
Time to scan everything.
Nothing to report. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing
I'd
to
say
report.
use the old Mark 1 eyeball.
Your tricorder's recording functions are working, but it does not seem to be able to analyze.
Interesting.
Captain, it seems to be some sort of interface device, but I do not know how to activate it.
Roger that. Let's take a look at stuff.
This large gem appears to be a sapphire of unusual size. This is obviously artificial. This large gem appears to be an emerald of unusual size. This is obviously artificial.
Uh-huh.
This large gem appears to be a ruby of unusual size. This is obviously artificial.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Pick them up. We're taking them.
Yes, sir.
These go in pockets. These are gonna be Christmas stuffers. He just put them in the pocket.
All right, what do we do now?
Well, there's 3 holes in the wall, right?
Let's use the Mark 1 eyeball.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look but see nothing of note.
Okay.
A strange yellow light.
Okay.
You look but see nothing of note.
You know what?
Openings on the platform. Place something in these holes.
Ooh, you could have worded that better. Phrasing. All right, so.
Nothing to report.
Okay, I picked up the gems, but do I have an order I have to put them in?
All right.
Is
who knows?
Ruby.
Why? Look. Trial and error, Mike. Trial and error. Trial and error.
You're right, Captain. I shouldn't be afraid. Let's try it.
Don't touch it. Like.
Look, if Kirk's doing it, it's fine.
If Kirk's doing it, it's fine. Explains most of the problems with the Prime Directive. It's called the Kirk corollary. And it just says, you should never, and then it has asterisk.
That combination is restricted to higher order functions. Neural interlink required.
Oh. Okay.
Nothing to report.
Are you fucking serious?
Spock, touch the light.
I fail to see the logic.
Mind meld with it.
A platform emitting a...
Can I interface with your medical tricorder?
There's nothing there required.
All right.
Okay, so he said that needs a neural interface. I don't know what that means.
We'll just put them in a different order.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I understand what a neural interface is. I just don't know why we need one. And we can also probably put 3 blues and 2 green. Like, what's the... Yeah, whatever.
All right, let's just put it together. I mean, there's only so many combinations.
There's like 9, right? At least 9.
Breach of protocol. Alien invasion imminent. Internal security activated.
Oh, the light of war. Let's turn that one off.
What if that happened and we came back and the Klingons had all been melted? We're like, oh shit.
The light of war. Oh,
I serve the light of war.
Yeah, three shades of gray.
Nothing happens.
Hey.
To use any light, the first crystal must correspond to the color of the light.
A platform emitting.
To use the first crystal needs to be, so the first one needs to be green, maybe?
Yeah, that would, if that's a green light, yes.
Yes, that's a green light. The last one was a red light.
Ah, well, okay.
I know you can kind of see red, but it's not super easy.
So we just gotta swap these a little bit swappy. No big deal.
Yeah, I'll put the blue one on top of that.
Yeah, easy peasy. Uh-huh. All right.
the Klingons are like, where the fuck do they go?
We're playing
Force
games.
field blocks trans-system transport. Transport aborted. Use defense systems to eliminate alien vessels.
Okay. Okay, that's not... You know what? Let's grab some more stones. Let's see if we can do that.
Yeah, you're right. Damn it, Jim, you can't just take everything laying down.
What a terrible operating system.
Loki says try 1 on top and 2 on the bottom. Okay.
This is just an absolutely terrible operating system.
I agree.
This is like the temple OS of ancient civilizations.
They didn't, like, they had cultures that had no problem with color blindness, obviously.
Of course.
So red on top and blue on the bottom. Okay, let's try that.
It'll be fine.
If it's Iconian, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Internal defenses offline. Fail-safes cancelled.
Okay, that's not great. Yeah, Temple OS merged with OS2 War. Red, green, blue.
Yeah, we did 2 blue and 1 red, so now...
It's the Simon Says of operating systems.
Oh my god. I'll put a green one up there.
I had an idea years ago for an alarm clock because I had a phone that would...
Telepathic entry codes required for greater than level 1 functions. Neural interlink at the integrator and use the main index code of my light.
Spock, write that light down.
Nothing to report.
I don't
Nothing
know.
to report.
Go touch stuff with hand. Touch stuff with hand.
You fail to obtain any.
What about that glowing thing over on the right?
You fail to obtain.
Surely this won't end poorly.
Not prime for neural interlink.
Okay, so that's the control box.
Captain, it seems to be some sort of interface device, but I do not know how to...
What about touching the right light on the wall? Because there's 3
Captain,
little
it seems to be
buttons,
some...
Touching the right light on the wall. Sorry, they talk over you.
There's 3 little buttons on the wall. See those?
Yeah, I do, but I can't seem to get them to do anything.
Jim, I have no idea what it is. Why don't you try asking Spock?
That's mean, but I understand.
Nope. Cannot.
Oh. But we're making progress. I feel it.
I want text to make a color-based puzzle, says BB.
He picks random colors, makes it with no reason or order, and then people solve it when we do it. Yes. Power boosters! It's me in the background! Oh!
All right, so what do we do?
Power boosters.
Well, I think that right now we're almost hitting 2 hours, and we try to do about 2 hours on these on the Friday. So let's cut here, and next time when we do this, when we come back, you'll get to see some crazy, and we'll just keep doing it. One thing to note, though, next Friday I will be out of town. I will be out of town, so we will not be here next
Save
Friday.
new game.
But that being said, thank you guys for checking us out. Please go check out the Black Pants Legion website, which is pretty fun. You can just Google Black Pants Legion website and it'll find it. You can also join the Black Pants Legion Auxiliary, which is quite fun as well.
Yes, quit the game.
And yes, we saved the memory archive. We got 100%.
Yeah, she gave us 100% and said we were the best.
Yeah, that's fun.
She have no idea who we are.
At any rate, Demon World.
Demon World. What was that? There was another episode where he said something really long. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's like, trip the light fantastic.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Scrabbles.